Today, my friends, I'll take you back to my beginnings, a time where this whole YouTube and personal brand thing was still pretty new to me, but a time where I earned my first full-time income just coming from YouTube. And of course, my friends, I'll tell you exactly what I did so you can do the same too. Welcome back, my friends. My name is Dominic. If you're new here, we talk about social media marketing, but of course we also talk about building a personal brand. And let's do some real talk here, because on my YouTube feed I see a lot of videos out there where are like, how much YouTube paid me for a viral video, how much YouTube pays me for this, oh, how much I earn on YouTube through this. And I actually think videos like this are really, really interesting and really, really valuable, actually. You can learn a lot of things. I love to watch videos like this where you can actually take a glimpse inside a business, inside a strategy that other people are doing and how they're doing it, because you can take away so much for you. Even though it might be different, you can still take away so many things for you. But still, a lot of the times I see people focus on something different. They just focus on the YouTube ad revenue. I'll tell you how it is. And to be completely honest, if you're just in for the YouTube ad revenue, you're kind of in for a surprise, because that's not a lot. Just a hint for now, my YouTube ad revenue right now is about $700 each month. That's it. By the way, I sometimes still have only $200. It kind of fluctuates, and a lot of people actually miss that. It's not just about the ad revenue. It's not just about the YouTube ad money. It's actually about more. It's about building a whole business around that. It's about making a name. So I recently did some diggings for a client that I had about my humble YouTube beginnings about 1.5 years to 2 years ago. And I actually found out something really, really interesting. I found out that on April 2018, let's say about 1.5 years ago, with just under 2,000 subs, I managed to make $2,156.83 coming from my YouTube to whatever I had to sell at that moment, which is about $2,500. Did I say euros? The 2,156 were euros. Anyway, so about $2,500, which I actually consider a full-time income. At least in Vienna, it is actually a full-time income. It's actually pretty good. And I just had under 2,000 subs. Mind you, just a quick fast forward, a month later or 2 months later, I had about 4,000 YouTube subs, and I managed to get in consistently $10,000 each month. Just so you know how things are going, things are never going to be like, oh, nice, stuff like that. It's not going to be a gradual curve anyway. It took me probably almost a year or 3/4, half a year to get until that point. Right, so the first thing that I actually noticed, and the first thing that I actually consciously changed at that point, actually right before I started seeing some money rolling in on the back end of my YouTube account at the beginnings, was I was not afraid to sell anymore. Because at the beginnings I was like, I don't want to sell. You hear these stories about Gary Vee, you hear these marketing gurus out there say like, yeah, spit out the knowledge, spit it out, hustle hard, jab, 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 never, you know what I mean. Just don't sell yourself, just don't oversell yourself. You just want to put out value, and you're in for the long term, right? I was in it, everybody's in it. Of course, that's very true information, but still, I think there's a different kind of spin. I think a lot of the people, especially Gary Vee, they're just on another level. They're thinking about the millions, but we have to get some thousands in first, right? To get to some millions. So at one point, I actually was not afraid to sell myself out there. I was not afraid to put myself out there and have some offer in place, have something to sell, and actually voice that, say that in my videos. All right, here's the thing, this is what it's about. You can sell, you can buy it right now. And just by changing that, because I think a lot of it actually has to do with confidence, the way that you say that, stuff like that. But I still think that's only 20%. The biggest part of the pie was actually doing it. Actually starting selling something without feeling bad, without feeling too salesy. Because why? It's just a natural thing. And if you're not weird about it, people are not going to be weird about it. That's the point of putting out free value out there for all the YouTube guys, The value for the videos is still free, It's not like I'm going to all of a sudden be like, I'm gonna withhold this information just because I want to sell something. No, I'm gonna do my thing, got some additional things that complement the whole things where I actually have some work to do, hence where I can't do it for free. Which actually brings me to the second point. My services that I put out, namely consulting services first and foremost, that were the first few bucks that I got in. And my agency started, my marketing growth services, stuff like that. And they were in full alignment with the content that I put out, People saw that I knew what I was talking about. People saw that I was not some sort of scammer, People saw that I talked about stuff that I actually meant and that I was not just trying to sell them something. I was actually in it for, the people that watch it. But still, there were some things that were really in accordance. Plus, another thing is that I priced this whole thing accordingly. Because at the beginnings, I don't know, I had some products and services for like 20 bucks or 15 bucks. And I had to do a lot of work. For example, I put out a video, talked about a product, a service that I actually sold, a highly manual service where I personally had to work. It was really cheap. So at the end, I didn't get that much money out of it, but I had to work a few days, which didn't allow me to make more videos, work on other products, so on. So I priced myself accordingly, kind of up my prices, stuff like that. Another thing that I actually think was very, very important to getting to that step so early actually was I kind of had some basic branding principles down. It kind of looked professional. It kind of looked like I knew what I was doing, even though I might not have known that too much at some points, But still, starting from the videos, I had the same camera as I have right now. I have the same light, stuff like that. It's like right now I'm actually in the same room, which I've not been at for a long time. So the video quality, the audio quality was not as bad, was not so bad. Plus the other branding stuff, my website, stuff like that, just the overall feel, the things that we're going through were actually kind of professional, which kind of conveys a value, which conveys trust actually. And this is what a lot of the things come down to here, trust between you and me. And then it just came down to some numbers game. 2,000 bucks. For example, I had a service for 200 bucks a month or something like that. There was just 10 people. That's it. 10 people bought something. Maybe even 5 or 6 people bought, or 7 people bought this and had some other products. I kind of had a product line up, kind of like a value ladder and stuff like this. And mind you, my friends, this all happened without an elaborate marketing scheme strategy. Actually, nothing at all. Just the basic websites, just some links and then talking about it a little bit. Not even too much. Sometimes I just talked about stuff for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it just happens. No ads, of course, no retargeting, no specific YouTube stuff. It was basically the most basic thing there is, and it was still possible for me to rank a full-time income. And I actually make this video for you to kind of open your mind, because I know how it's like. You're out there, maybe you're like, it's not possible. People go to college for 4 years, 5 years. I have some friends go to college for 5, 6 years, university, study law, only to make less than those 2,500 or about 2,500 a month, while working something that they don't really like in an office. It gives me the shivers. Anyway, point being of this video, it was actually not that complicated, and I actually think a lot of things are in the head. I was kind of capped with thinking, how the hell could I ever make whatever amount of money? And as I went along, I kind of saw that that's just a relative number, 2,000. I was like, holy fuck, 2,000 bucks, 2,500 bucks, whatever. All of a sudden, I went from 2,500 to 10,000 pretty easily, pretty quickly. All of a sudden, as this happened, you're like, things start to make a lot of sense in your head, and then you just go along from there. And I just think if you open that in your mind, your subconscious brain, whatever, will kind of guide you, a little bit, but it will kind of allowing you to go to specific. I don't want to sound like a woo guy, by the way. So, still, it's about hard work. This is the most important thing. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this whole thing, how I built my personal brand from zero actually to multiple 6 figures now, how I built my brand from $0 to $10,000 per month with under 4,000 subs or something like that. I've actually put together a free training, a live training. We're hosting it tomorrow live on air, just for you. Spots are limited, very limited. I think we only have a capacity for about 500 people. So make sure to drop in. The link is down below in the description. Sign up. It's tomorrow, actually, on 11 a.m. PST, 2 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. Vienna time, which is here. I don't think I'm gonna save this whole webinar, this whole training, because I just feel like it. Maybe we're gonna. Probably not. Anyway, if you want to know more about this, if you want to get my step-by-step system of how I got there, link is down in the description. It's free, of course. It's live. Be sure to drop in. We're gonna have a nice talk together. We'll have a nice time, and I'll actually see you in a couple of days for another video. I know I've been lacking on uploading, but it's been just so much work in the agency, my consulting stuff, all of these things, and sometimes you just have to sacrifice something, and fortunately sacrificing something that I really love and really enjoy. Anyway, thanks so much, my friends, for tuning in. Thanks so much. I'm so tired today. It's actually Wednesday right now, pretty late. I'm actually gonna cut it, upload it right now. Doesn't matter. Comment down below, by the way. Just comment down below whatever you think. It helps me a lot with the algorithm. Yeah, I'm tired. Anyway, don't forget to follow, hit subscribe. And my name is Dominik. I'll see you tomorrow in the training. Bye, my friends. Bye.